Hey, I'm Joe. This is Out of Shape Music, here to talk all things music. Music subgenres have always been an interest of mine, especially ones that are more niche in the world of music, thus why no wave completely fulfills my appeal in that regard. For those of you that don't know, no wave was an avant-garde music and art scene that emerged in the late 1970s in New York City. With new wave and punk rock so popular at the time in New York City, no wave erupted as a direct response to those genres by utilizing experimental tones through noise, dissonance, and atonality. The genre typically encompassed an abrasive, confrontational, and nihilistic worldview through its lyrical and musical motifs. As you can assume, the term for the genre arrived as a pun against the rejection of the 1970s new wave music. Now, if you want a quick introduction to no wave, let's quickly discuss 6 essential no wave albums. Keep in mind, these aren't the only no wave albums. These are just 6 solid records that I think you should all check out if you're interested in the genre. And also, this isn't any knack on new wave or any genre that no wave was against, because those are all certainly amazing genres as well. Nevertheless, let's take a look. Number 1, Swans, Filth. Although Swans is most commonly associated with their critically acclaimed experimental rock records like To Be Kind, The Seer, or The Glowing Man, the group initially began as a no-wave group after forming in 1982 by singer, songwriter, and multi-instrumentalist Michael Gira. At the time, Swan's music was known for its sonic savageness and reclusive lyrics. The group's first full-length release, Filth, is raw, crushing, and verbose, with 2 bass parts constantly doubling over the same chord over each track. To say it lightly, it's a brutal record musically and lyrically over its 37-minute runtime. As great as Swan's work has been throughout the 21st century, definitely take a look back on Filth and some of their other early no-wave work. Number 2, Various Artists, No New York. No New York was an excellent compilation record under the production and lead of Brian Eno. If you're into ambient music at all, then you more than likely have dove into the genius of Eno before. However, don't let Eno's reputation lead you into thinking No New York is an ambient record, because it's far from that. It's an excellent compilation record that features 4 tracks each from The Contortions, Teenage Jesus and the Jerks, Mars, and DNA. Definitely check it out if you want to hear a nice blend of early no-wave bands. Number 3, Sonic Youth, Bad Moon Rising. Although Sonic Youth is more often associated with experimental rock or noise rock, similar to Swans, their early career was largely a part of the no-wave scene. Considering Sonic Youth formed during the emergence of no-wave, it makes sense why their early work embraced the genre so much. Many cite Sonic Youth's second record, Bad Moon Rising, as an excellent no-wave record. Besides no-wave, you can also hear an implementation of noise rock and post-punk, which is fascinating to hear the blending of those genres from early on in their career. Definitely check out Sonic Youth's first 2 records to see how they developed into one of the most influential noise and rock groups. Number 4, Mars, The Complete Studio Recordings. Mars formed in 1975, where they performed around 24 times in Manhattan from 1977 to 1978. Although the group isn't as notable as Sonic Youth or Swans, they were equally as experimental, with a mixture of awkward compositions, freeform noise music jams, surrealist lyricism, and off-tempo drumming. Like many other no-wave groups, Mars unfortunately didn't have a lot of high-quality recordings available for mass consumption, outside of appearing on the No New York compilation we discussed earlier. Regardless, the group's short career is best captured in their compilation album, The Complete Studio Recordings. Number 5, Glen Branca, Lesson Number 1. Glen Branca was an avant-garde composer and guitarist primarily known for his interesting use of volume, alternate guitar tunings, droning, and repetition. Branca was originally a member of the group Theoretical Girls, but began to pursue a solo career shortly after. Lesson Number 1 is Branca's debut record and is an excellent layering of obtuse overtones with shifting melodies created from repeated electrical guitar parts. As a whole, the record features minimalism with the ethos of punk rock throughout it. In the end, it's a great record and an important part of no-wave history. Number 6, Suicide. Suicide was a musical duo with vocalist Alan Vega and instrumentalist Martin Rev that formed in 1970. If you're familiar with Suicide at all, you might be wondering why they're on a no-wave list, since they're primarily regarded as being the pioneers of synth punk and avant-garde electronica. However, the duo's unapologetic brutality was a key part of the beginning of no-wave, with many no-wave bands listing the group as a heavy inspiration. Their 1977 release is one of the most celebrated records, with it being one of the most interesting listens I've ever experienced. It's very stripped back, featuring minimalist, harsh keyboards with rock-inspired vocals over them. Definitely dive into the group if you haven't already. And with that pretty much wraps up my thoughts on no wave. Let me know in the comments below about some of your favorite no wave groups, and if there are any other genres you'd like me to discuss in a similar fashion. Be sure to check the description for a link to Out of Shape Music's website, where I have blog posts and other content regarding music. While you're there, check out the links to Out of Shape Music's Twitter and Instagram if you want to give those a follow and stay updated with the channel. Thank you everyone for watching. I really do appreciate it. I'll talk to you all soon.